been doing that's available over on my app. But it is a beast of an exercise, especially if you guys like those uh, moderate range, rep range to high rep range. You guys are going to absolutely love this. It is ferocious, and it will really test you physically, but more emotionally. You can make it through those 12 weeks. Again, the program is called Total Recall.
That one,
Great.
and then the one right after it, too.
Right now, I think the problem with belly routine do you recommend?
I would say the routine I just mentioned, Total Recall. You're 43. It's a good time for you to really lock it down. And that's for anybody here. For anybody, don't wait to get in shape. And I'll say that again. Do not wait to get in shape. You're at 43. You should be in shape. You're ex-military. You know this. You should be always training. You get out of the military, you keep that training going. And for anybody that's here that's kicking back and slacking, you got to get a nut check on this, man. You got to get going again. You got to start hitting this thing again. You guys got one life. Why would you not be pushing it to the fullest?
That was a good IG.
Yeah, they both did like 300.
Yeah, I agree, guys and girls. Big day. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Thanks, Captain. Thank you. Hey. We're in November. So I know today is a big day, guys. I know that it's the election. That being said, how are you guys dealing with the day?
Best workout to get big jacked shoulders.
Oh, just go check out my Power Bodybuilding and the incorporation of shoulders into that. Yeah. It's a cool thing when you got the body fired up, so it's not like there's a difference between going in there and kind of going through the motions, or going in there trying to push it, but you get more of a pump instead of a nervous system workout. And so like what I like is there's a different feel and a thickness to the body when I'm doing power bodybuilding, and you got those deadlifts that week or your squats or whatever you're doing, but the body just feels thicker and more like a unit and just like superhero-ish. And so like everything grows. It seems to be faster when I'm doing the power bodybuilding. More pinpointed, I feel. Then there's times you got to pull off of that. You get tired and burnt out. Switch up to strength gains. You guys, I would imagine, would love Total Recall though. Mostly because we're weeks away from New Year's. What are we? 4, 8, 9 altogether. So a couple months till New Year's. Are you guys waiting or going? I saw a great post the other day. The guy goes, You guys all said you're going to start dieting and training in January. It's October and you still haven't started. I was like, wow, okay, nice play on that. That's smart.
Hater turned fan. Respect to you, man.
Tell me why the hater and then what made it switch. Love to hear. Well, the reason I went live is because I know that this is probably blinders are on the election, so I kind of want to push it away, going because we did all we could. It is going to be what it is, and like somebody else said, we're going to have to deal with it, whichever way it goes, right?
Can I still get good gains for rugby lifting weights 3 times a week?
Yeah, I mean, you're playing rugby. Also on the practices, are you guys hitting it hardcore? I'm imagining so, because you guys are never played rugby, but I do understand it is probably the most cardiovascular sport because you guys don't get to sub out. I may be wrong on this, but I understand like in soccer, they can sub in and sub out, but in rugby, you guys can't sub out, which is an odd thing, but yeah, explain that to us if that's so, because then you're cardiovascular and the amount that you're playing, man, it's props. That's a different level.
Yeah, I run before and after my workout.
You got to be eating like a horse, brother. Eat like a horse. Eat. Make sure you find out where your calorie intake needs to be and then go above it. Are you a professional rugby player? Or just you're still in that age range where you get to do it?
Can we replace deadlifts?
Absolutely.
There you go.
Are deadlifts overrated? Absolutely not.
Uh-huh. Can we switch to heavy barbell rows or Yates style rows for power and a massive back?
So you're replacing really good exercises, really the thickness builders. So just know that when you're replacing it, there may be a level that you can't get to anymore because you're skipping out on those. So a trainer that wants to make money from you is going to say, dude, don't worry about it. You can just leg extension, leg curl, and leg extension and leg curl all day long. You'll have great legs just like Tom Plaz. No, it's not the case. You know, squats, secondaries, and all that kind of stuff go into play and create a better leg. And then also there's a secondary to it. It's like squat. So, you know, Tom can still squat at 70 something years old. So there's something for longevity as well in that play. And it's just a different kind of thickness and shape and density. So just remember when you're giving up something, no exercise is overrated.
Mike, working the neck was like the missing piece of the puzzle for me. Hadn't done it since high school wrestling. Thanks for suggesting it to it.
Absolute, my man. Absolute.
Q&As.
Kind of opens up that body again, doesn't it? It's amazing. You can keep weightlifting and then you get away from high school wrestling and stuff, and you stop doing the bridges, you stop doing the necks, and then you try to do it later in life, and you're like, holy shnikes. It's an eye opener. And rolling again after a period of time off is an eye opener. Get back to it, guys. I got a quote for you guys. Keep going, Jeffrey.
You got a quote?
I got a quote. I like this.
I'm 44, train 5 days a week. Is TRT a necessity?
So your workouts have nothing to do with TRT. The amount of times and your age has nothing to do with TRT. TRT only has to do with how your blood levels are. So it just depends on how healthy or how your body is functioning. Nothing else. So for anybody here that doesn't understand that, it has nothing to do with how much you train or what age you are. I have 25, 26-year-olds and their bodies are not working with them and their testosterone is in the tanker. I work with 60-year-olds and their bodies are working still well and they don't need TRT. So it's crazy to think that the young ones do and the old ones don't. So everybody, just be smart. Get your bodies checked. Find out what's going on inside. Go over to Titan Medical and get your blood work done. I was ordered, guys. I was ordered, just so you know. Technically, I'm not even married, so what's that about?
Biggest dietary suggestion as you get older.
Yeah, I have a great one for you guys. As you get older, understand that society will keep forcing the average and their opinion on what they need to do onto you. Someone that's, if you're on here, I'm pretty sure you're taking care of yourself somewhat and you're trying to be healthy somewhat. That's more than 99% of the people in the United States. So when all these 99% say, hey, you got to go no carbohydrates, you got to fast, you got to do all this stuff. They're talking about these people that are the 9-to-5ers that come home and sit on the couch, that watch TV, that are eating pizza every night for dinner. They're not talking about you. And so my suggestion is continue to do the nutrition like you have been doing, like you did in your 20s when you were a college athlete, in your 30s when you wanted to maintain it, in your 40s and 50s. Continue to do it that way. Do not fall into the cliche of what these people are doing and talking about.
44, do I need TRT? Like that.
Yeah, it's just like Jeff said, make great point. He said the 44-year-old said, do I need TRT? Because he's 44. He just read that somewhere with all these pages going, hey, after 35, your testosterone drops. Again, no, it doesn't. It drops for them. It doesn't drop for the guy that's still eating. Didn't change to do things. He can maintain and continue to get better and better and better. Again, I'm going to keep going back to the percentages. And they're right about the percentages. The majority of people, especially in America, suck. They don't eat right. They do fad diets. They overeat for a period of time. Then they undereat for a period of time. Then they overtrain for a period of time. And then they just completely stop. So that's what you're getting compared to.
44. My wife can confirm I don't need TRT.
There you go. Daddy's waking up every morning with London Bridge, you know. Woo! That thing opened up. Rocking and rolling. Good job, man.
38 years old, 5'8", natural lifter. How much protein totem for a cut? Thank you for your kinders. I train 6 days a week.
Yeah. Hey, brother. Thank you for the donation. You give me a lot of information that has nothing to do with your protein intake. I need to know what your body weight is. All right. You're 5'8", great. What is your body weight right now in the off season before you start this cut? So shoot that back on over to me, okay?
Brave of you to assume he has an off season.
I'm gonna say he's an off season. 38. Yeah. He's probably done this a little bit. But you're right. The question about the protein, but it could just be double checking too. I'm gonna have faith in this one.
Oh, thank you for your lives.
Hold on for a second.
Yeah, hit that.
I just want to block this guy because he used that guy's picture. That's annoying. What's that guy's name?
It was Big Lenny.
Yeah. All right, go for the other one.
Where did it should go? 78 kilos. Which would be 171.
Yeah, so that's your starting point right there. You're a 170-pound guy, right? So you want that protein automatically to be at 170 in the off season. Then you're going to try to find even a better placement for that protein intake and where your body is moving around. So probably 200 prior to cutting. Then make sure that your carbs you're having a good amount of carbs in that off season, so you have something to play with as you start to slice down. And you're also at that range at 38, which is a great age. You're going to get that real thickness and density body as you cut. So nice job, but that's, yeah, you're not dropping below 170, even when you get that cut going. Even if you drop down to 160 as you slice, or 155 as you get ripped for stage.
This isn't a real question. Hey, Mike, is it true that if I get a whey protein bar post-workout instead of whole food, I get less soreness?
Wow.
That's not a real question, right?
Hey, will you do me a favor on the guy that asked that? Is that a real question?
Or like you're bad at trolling?
Yeah, that's a bad troll question.
Like, are you just bad, or how many grams of protein per pound of body weight when you're on a cut?
Take in your body weight. Whatever your body weight is, just take it in. It's a good range to find out. Then your individual self and your coach will play with it over the weeks and find out exactly what you need.
I like the overdose.
I do too. The thermogenic effect of having more.
Ooh.
You like that, guys? I find that 300, unless I'm just doing it to look different for something like a movie or something, I'll drop below that 300, but that 300 is probably the end of where I need to be. It should only go up from there. Like right now, I'm just starting my off season, just starting it. So automatically that bad boy's at 310, 318, right in that range, and it will stay there. And now everything else will just kind of start climbing, and that will climb as well. You'll
Best
find it.
overall chest workouts. Just watched a video.
Yeah.
On that, huh?
There's some great ones. We just watched one. Yeah. Get that incline dumbbells, some flies. Get out of there.
What specialty bars would you recommend for a home gym?
Duffin. Chris Duffin. Get that 55-pound squat bar. It's awesome. And do everything with it just because it's a squat bar. Deadlift with it.
Curl with it.
Curl. Yeah, just reverse curl, tricep extensions, bench press. It's funny. I got Big Doug to start using it on everything, and he only used his big Duffalo bar for squats. But yeah, it's just an amazing bar. Couple more guys, and we'll get you back to the election. On this one, grab that Titan Medical.
Yeah. Oh,
It was early.
yeah.
Hi there. Hey.
Oh, hey.
Hello there. Hello.
One meal a day. Do you find that it'll make you lose muscle mass in the short term, like 2 to 4 weeks?
Good luck.
Ooh, he hit you with the good luck.
What would you want me to say to that? What would you guys say to that? Did most of you guys not grow up with the basic nutrition in school where they talk about, you know, as a baby you eat every 3 hours, and you should continue to kind of eat that way as you get older and older? Or were you guys in the era of food is bad? It seems that is I hate saying this word, the narrative on TV. Yeah, I'm still.
Seems like the narrative with skinny people on IG,
This food is bad.
1 meal a day, that kind
Somebody
of shit.
put up a post. Goes, you will
Fasting.
never be sick if you stop eating. Yeah, you'll be dead.
Oh, who was that? We saw that.
But somebody tore them apart. Somebody just
Super
absolutely.
dumb.
Yeah, it was.
How do I fix excessive back rounding on deadlifts?
You just do proper form. You should probably do proper form on anything, guys. If you got bad form on something, restart. Take it down and restart with good form.
It's really that simple, huh?
Yeah, because here's the issue: is I've seen people like this, not you, sir, but I've seen people like this that their form is absolutely dog shit, and then after, they get out of their 20s and they're strong enough to do it in their 20s, and then they get into their 30s, and I see them because I've been doing this a while. So there's a lot of 20-year-olds that are still going to the gym. And, you get 10 years down the road and they go, oh, I stopped squatting because squats are bad for you. No, squats are not bad for you. The way you were squatting is bad for you. And it's bad for anybody. And so that's what I just wish I would see less of. And that's a harsh reality of you watching your form going, okay, I'm not doing this correctly. Like this guy. I would rather he still does deadlifts. I would rather he still does, bent over rows. But just maybe lighter if he's concerned about his body.
Replace. It's not the right word.
Yeah, replace is not the right word. And then to say, is this exercise overrated?
Do you think a gallon of water a day is appropriate for 4 foot 10 inches male? 4 foot 10 inches, 98-pound woman. I'm jacked.
I think that's great. I think a gallon of water for you would be fine. What do you find though when you drink that water? Because again, for me, I find if I drink a gallon of water, my body is sluggish. If I drink 2 to 3 gallons, my body's fired up. So you also need to study yourself and find out if that's working for you, or do you need to up it? What are SIM cards? Come on, Jeff.
205, 16% body fat. How would your nutrition be in my spot at 16 years old?
I was here yesterday. I got body fat tested. Okay, so he did get it. He's at 16.
Oh, I remember him.
Oh yeah. Okay, so he is 16, but he's 205. Yeah. Again, you said that everybody. Again, I say I stand by what I said yesterday. You're still seeing the abs. You're young. This is the time that you should be growing. So, but you're back again, and I think now I feel that you're going, hey, please tell me to cut up. You can cut up. Go for it. It takes 12 weeks. You're young. Cut up one time, get ripped to the bone, and then start off season again.
Is he the one talking about fasting yesterday?
I don't think so. I think this one was pretty good on its percentage and everything.
Okay. Higher reps for forearm growth or heavier weight?
Yeah, I don't know. I never really tried to train the forearms. Again, they're a strong muscle. But if you want to develop the forearms, yeah, try it out. See what's good for you. I know high reps on forearms, man, they get to lactic acid burnout real fast. You guys ever done any kind of like wrist curls and stuff? Man, you hit 15 or 20 because it's such a small movement too. Little wrist curls, little reverse curl. Oof. they get fired up quick.
Okay, he said he wants to cut up bad.
Yeah, then cut up. Don't worry about asking me if you should cut up. Cut up. Get sliced, brother. Good luck. Yeah, I could feel that. I could feel this thing. It keeps coming back. It's like.
Do you
don't
see
worry.
that a lot with clients or prospects? People come to you where they should be doing X, but they come to you dead set on doing Y. Like, hey, this is what I should do. This is what I want to do. I want to lose all this weight. And you're looking at them like, there is no weight to lose.
Remember Luke?
Hmm.
Yeah. I get a lot of that. Yeah. There's for this kid, 12 weeks isn't gonna, hurt him. 12 weeks, cut, get down there, do your thing, and then get back out. But it's going to be 13 weeks of not building muscle, just retaining muscle. So really up to you. But yeah, I do get that. I get the guy that, man, if I can talk Mike into this will make me feel more
Why?
comfortable of my decision of doing it this way.
That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
Validation. Yes, you can do this.
Yeah. See, like with Luke, I couldn't say, oh, your body's so working with you. It is so, it wants to go here.
Right.
And then you want to go over here. I'm like, oh, could have put a couple more pounds on. It's tough to put muscle on, guys.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's easy to cut up. So enjoy that process. So anybody that's wanting to get sliced up before the New Year's, all you got to do is click on that bad boy, get over there, get started. All right.
First time I saw you in a video was the short film directed by Sandy Calora called The World's Finest.
Thank you, Chris. Appreciate that. Me and Clark Bartram.
Thanks for doing this tonight. It has relaxed me already.
Good, man. Good. That's why I thought I'd just jump on here real quick and do this too. Appreciate it. Take a couple more and we'll get out of here.
What's your kid's training regimen?
3 days a week. He does 2 hours of wrestling each night. He swims 4 times a week. Jiu-jitsu 3 hours a week. And then football is a couple hours a week. And then outside of all of that, he does a lot of rolling, cartwheels. We try to keep him around the gymnastics movements, rolls, handstand push-ups. And that's just periodically. We have mats throughout the house set up so we can wrestle anywhere we want. So I don't know if you guys
We
remember
should
that.
show him that one day.
We definitely should.
I don't think we've shown the wrestling mat specifically for the purpose of showing the wrestling mat.
I got you.
Outside of background.
Do you guys remember the Pink Panther? Do you remember the Pink Panther, the show?
I remember the cartoon.
Peter Sellers?
Not the
No.
that one's
So,
before my time.
In the show, they had a spoof. His helper was kind of like a martial art.
Right,
so,
ready.
so no matter what, if he's just
Yeah.
waking up out of bed, he goes over to
Yeah.
the closet and opens it. He jumps out of the closet
Prepared.
and attacks him. So that's the same game plan. If you guys missed that, go watch some Peter Sellers, old Pink Panther. That's what me and Titan do. And he does it now with Mona too. You walk on the mats and he says, "You want to wrestle?" So
Ooh, all right. Missed a couple of these.
yeah, we swim about 4 times a week.
Yeah.
March. Thank you for the donation. Yeah, comes out March. Theaters. It's going to be a worldwide release.
All right. Any tips on how to focus on not wanting female validation?
Oh, I can't help you there. Sorry, boss. Anybody, but yes, especially.
Bobo, you in the chat?
Bubbo, tell us. I'll give you a tip on something though. I don't know if it's a tip. I don't know if
Titan
you guys do
tip.
that one. It's you stay true to what you're doing, and you're going to get that talent that you want. You don't need to chase.
That's right. We just pivoted the show.
Yeah, we just pivoted that show. Yeah, I'm not the best guy to ask that. I never chase girls.
What's your workout split?
It's good. It's nasty.
Ooh.
Going back into power bodybuilding.
What is your thought on hybrid training when building a physique? Boxing, CrossFit, running. I feel like my muscle building process would be a lot quicker without the hybrid training.
It would be. Yeah, it's a good balance. It's like you can be as great as you want in jiu-jitsu, and you can be as buffed as you want in weightlifting. And then you got to give up a little bit on the balance of. If you want to be really great here, but moderately buffed, then it's, a little less here, a little more here. So you find it. The unfortunate part is that you don't need to be Mr. Olympia, right? But you do want to have a great physique. But the joke in Gold's Gym is like a full-time bodybuilder. They do nothing but eat, train, and stay on the couch.
Oh, that's the life.
That's when you want to
Not
be just jacky.
What advice would you give to the average person who wants to look, feel, and stay healthy? Not necessarily all ripped, but pleasing to look at.
Just the nutrition's at the forefront of everything. Yeah. Because you said a couple of things. You don't need to be ripped. So that's great. The food's going to really help you there. It's going to make you healthy. Mostly if you got your fats around that 70 to 90, your protein around your body weight, and a good amount of carbohydrates to keep your body moving. And then just train like a savage to keep that mind and body fired up. And you should look great and be awesome. And then that word consistency. You're golden. Good. Want the selection thing to be over.
Mm-hmm.
Who are we going to date? Guess that's the point here, huh? Who's going to be running the ship? Go with it, Jeffrey. What do you got?
Let me find one.
Why don't you
AKA takes steroids.
look at the guy's picture, though? See that?
Fuck yeah.
That's the best part about this. When somebody says something that's a total retard, just look at his picture and you can kind of see why he says something like that.
And what was the
Mona's
follow-up?
more jacked than this guy. This guy's probably half Mona's age.
What, Mike told somebody to fucking dial their nutrition in and train proper.
And this guy jumps on there. Goes back to the flat abs.
Yeah,
Well, you
flat
can't do
abs.
flat abs unless you're on. Really? Flat abs. You guys are.
Caffeine intake per day. What does that look like?
I take a couple 100 milligrams.
Whatever the heart can
Yeah.
handle.
Yeah. I take it up to the point where the hand is shaky. But that's my shooting hand. So we're okay. It's a nice little fat burner. That's the thing. Is
How do you get a veiny? Where?
Viagra? That should give you something good, right?
I've changed 3 coaches already, and I just started competing in 2020. Each one had a very strong purpose. What do you think about seeking different coaches for different seasons in life?
I think, yeah. I mean, as long as you could learn from them and understand why they did what they did, I think it's a great concept. Yeah, good for you. A coach a year basically is what you've done. As long as they get you to your where you want to get to, and you learn something from them, right? That's what we do. We ask questions. We ask questions, and we see what works and what doesn't work, and then go. Because that's the point of this, right? To learn what you can, and then you guys can go on your own and do your thing.
Oh, I'm talking about veiny within the body.
Leanness. There we go. That's the guy. Here's your new coach.
Any experience with Turkesterone or Tongkat Ali? I've been considering trying it out.
I like the Ali. I did. I tried it for about 4 months.
I liked it too.
Yeah. I also tested and retested blood work to see if there was a bump, and I noticed a bump in my numbers. So that's another, that's a good feedback. And I also noticed my numbers in the free testosterone. So that was great. So mix the Ali with the boron and the nettle. Next tryout probably before the movie is released.
Do you guys want the dry out? You ready for the dry out?
Are you guys ready for the tryout?
I'll give them the dry out.
Just so if you guys are new to this, my answer to this was do not listen to the hype. And I assume that most of you here don't compare yourself to the average American.
Huh. That's a good comparison, huh? All right, there's the dry out link.
Pop
Anyone
that
wants
up
to
there,
handle
dog.
that. Oh, booyah. What is the best position for burning fat during sex?
I don't know.
I'm going to say that's when you pick them up and just get at it.
Put it back up there. I'm trying to figure out how he's. Maybe that's European. But he says Dr. Pepper. Yeah, I don't know what you mean by that. You're lifting weights to get right to tear down the fibers. Get a stimulant to the body. The nutrition is going to help you repair and burn. So I don't know how to. Sorry, I can't answer. If anybody can answer this, go for it. Feel free to come on in and answer that one. Tina, yeah, it is tough, but man, is it worth something? I saw this.
42, lifting since 14. Nice.
All right, great. Consistent. Oh, I'm way up there. I see you got all those done. 2 more. Let's
Well,
lock
come on.
these.
I'm sifting through. How long should a bulk last, and how to tell if you should cut or bulk?
I always say that the bulk should be 9 months to a year, and then you cut for 3 months, and then you're out. In a perfect world, that would be the goal. Yeah. I like this symbol on there.
Philosophy question.
Okay.
Mike, what's the point of working out if we all die anyway?
because because you live, and
That's right.
the great thing about life is the same thing I'm living for is the same thing I'm dying for. And you may be young right now or something, but yeah, I love that one. And the quote I was going to find is something about that aspect of life. Yeah, I guess people just look at it different. We obviously look at life differently, where there's some people that are cool and content with doing whatever job, going home and chilling, and then getting up and doing it again. Where I get to live in a creative world, I guess we get to be creative, we get to do things, we get to build stuff, we get to, regardless of it's social media or shirts or the body, or I get to help people change. It's fun, man. It's fun. And it's entertaining and it's life. It's a fun thing, man. The moments. Now being a dad, I mean, that's tenfold. A lot of people have that attitude, though. It's like, why train when we're all going to die? It's like,
It's just dumb as fuck.
yeah, that's such a strange way to look at life.
Because
You're already dead.
like what you just said, in the beginning, because you live.
That's two quotes. A lot of people die at 35. We just don't bury them until they're 75.
Ooh, you're dead, bud.
But thank you for the philosophical question. I appreciate
It was
that.
just a question. That's
We talked relationships and philosophical. Don't ask me to spell philosophical.
I've been training for a few years. Is there a great way to start to feel the mind and muscle connection a bit better? Cheers.
Oh, yeah. Hello. So I'm going to do this as a video on why I'm not training Titan on weights yet, where Heath is having everybody train with weights, and they're close to the same age. Is because I will not coach Titan. And the reason I'm saying this is because you should have done this, and everybody here should do this, is I won't have him start working out until he can flex his body and all of his muscles and control his body. And it's weird that that's something I did without even knowing, because I was posing at 8, 9 years old because I was looking at the magazines, and back in my time, we didn't have much. So we'd always be posing and doing all the poses that Steve Reeves was doing and stuff. And so I was making the connection without weights. And so I could flex the hamstring. I could flex the left, the right, the quads, the abs. I could suck them in. I could rotate them. I could do the right, left. I could bounce the chest, flex the triceps, flex the traps, shoulder. Taught my body the mind and muscle connection as I was learning to weight lift. And the reason I won't teach Titan is, first of all, he won't listen to direction. He's 5 years old. And the second is he can't control and connect to his muscles. So there's no point for me to have him weight lift. Well, wait a minute. Why do you have to connect to your muscles to weight lift? You can definitely go in and weight lift. Is that true, everybody? Jeffrey, is it true?
If you can connect your muscles,
No. If you can't connect to your muscles, you can still go in and lift weights, and it's going to build them.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, you're gonna.
How many people do you see walk through that gym day in and day out
Yeah,
for
I know.
years, and they
Things will
don't
happen,
change?
though. I mean, but what's the percentage of?
Yeah.
You know.
Danny has to go through the gym. He lifts one bicep, and the thing grows. Others go into the gym for years and get on gas and still train and still don't grow. There's got to be a connection. So it's a great question that you asked, but you have to connect to the body. Every time that Arnold Schwarzenegger sees Jeff, every time he asks him to pose and hit the shots and hit them correctly and open up. And
Hit the shot.
he's basically saying you got to be able to control the body and put it in those positions perfectly without weights. and then you can weight lift. And I think that's a brilliant way to teach anybody is learn to pose your body. You're not doing it for stage. You're not doing it for your boyfriend or girlfriend. You're doing it so you can control it and connect, because you'll get much more process. You'll get much more benefits from weightlifting if you can connect to it instead of just moving through the exercises.
How much boron and nettle root, please?
Just start out with the basic dose. Yeah, it's right on the bottle. But you're paying attention, man. Good job, kid. Let me know how it goes. Come back in like 3 months and let me know how that body is going. All right.
Do protein shakes before bed make any difference than at any other time?
Yeah.
Man, that's quite the profile picture you have.
It's I like them at bedtime, I guess, is the best answer I can give you, man, my friend. But again, it's, what happens if you got all your protein intake that you needed for the day by 5 o'clock? So it's just, again, the question. There's probably a list of things that you're missing before this one. But yeah, I take it before bed. See if you find it works better for you. Also, check out just a couple of YouTubes I just put up this last couple of weeks talking about nutrition. I think that may be beneficial for you personally.
Would you rather play He-Man or Duke Nukem?
Wow. He-Man, because I understand who's all in it and the director. I don't know much about Duke Nukem, and I thought The Rock had Duke Nukem. Is that not so? I thought he got it. He could probably get any role. I know he didn't get He-Man, though. He-Man is in production, by the way. They've already started. They're filming in England.
I walk 100,000 steps per week with roughly 200 to 300 steps. Would you do extra cardio on top of that? I also go to the gym 5 days a week for 1.5 to 2 hours.
Great job, man. That's a lot of exercise, my friend. It's a lot of exercise.
You walk 100,000 steps a week?
Mo does 20,000 a day.
Wow.
I'm 3. And let me just be clear. I don't walk much. And I'm at 3. So I'm assuming mine's very, very low. The last question is a mislead question in just a little bit. I can't answer that. I don't know what kind of shape you're in. It sounds like you're exercising a lot. And so if you're exercising this much, I'm hoping you're in shape, because if you tell me that you do this much and you're out of shape, then we have some issues with the nutrition and how you're training, right? So hopefully you're already in great shape. I would say, if anything, I would back it down because you're getting so much at work. Okay.
What supplements for trouble sleeping? And let me know what you mean by that typo.
Yeah, calcium, magnesium, ZMA, GABA. You'd be golden. Eat a carb meal before bed. You'll stay asleep.
A carb meal.
I love these.
This is every time.
Why? What is
I
this?
don't get that.
But look at his profile picture. It's headlights. Is it a metaphor for boobs?
You see the question right above you getting answered.
This is the one that's been lifting since he was 14, and he's 42 now. He's a very serious lifter, very lean and in great shape. Juno 94, looking to do. Yeah, nutrition's your ticket, my man. Continue to be a student of nutrition and keep eating to find out what is best for you, my friend. Good job. Good job, too, staying consistent. You got anything, Jeffrey?
I'm taking creatine. If I switch to glutamine, would I shrink in muscle?
Hey, Australia, hello, hello.
Thoughts on powdered bone broth over homemade bone broth?
Wow. I don't have that kind of time. Good for you. If you got that time, go for it. I'm assuming homemade would be better, but
Right.
it's 2 seconds and it's not that expensive to get it. So I can't give up that time to make it. But good for you, my friend.
How often should you practice posing?
As much as you have to. First of all, it's a great workout, right? That's the first thing. And then it shortens the span of building muscle. The better you can connect, the more you can grow. And Jeffrey's right in a sense. You go to the gym in your 20s and you just move weights, something's going to happen, right?
And when I mean something, I mean like, you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's, you keep doing like Serge, he goes to the gym and he moves stuff. And what sucks is that he can connect with practice it. I probably did more practicing from 9 years old till 20 than anybody that's ever done this stuff. And I was doing shoots and stuff as well, but it just helped so much. And it still takes time, guys. It's not something that just overnight happens. Posing's posing, and posing is the purpose of connecting with the muscle. Like everybody here goes in and trains back, right? Well, if you can train biceps, you can look in the mirror and then you can see if it's flexing, right? So now you're like, okay, I'm at least connecting a little bit visually. But there's nothing to do that with the back. The back you actually have to see without seeing, right? And so that's how it comes into play. That should be for everything on your body. Your shoulders. Am I really moving my shoulders, or is it more tricep and upper chest and a little heave-ho? And am I exploding through the movement instead of slowing down? So, yeah, practice it.
I always love the story Robbie tells about walking into Frank Zane at Gold's and just seeing him.
This
Hit
is a
over
good. This
and
is a
over.
good story. So, first of all, you're talking about two of the greatest in the
Yeah.
history of bodybuilding, but beyond that, their physiques, even to today, are still some of the top 10 physiques in the history of bodybuilding. So, Robbie would walk in the gym, watch, and just see Frank Zane posing.
Mhm. Just hitting it over and over and over. And he'd look down and see a puddle of sweat that Frank had been standing and posing in for hours. He'd do that and then leave. That was the workout.
For 30 minutes. Try posing for 30 minutes.
Shit.
You're tank. I posed for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Remember Breon went in there as he's getting ready for the Olympia, and
Mhm.
that Josh kid went in there to do it with him,
Mhm.
and he had him posing
Oh,
for
yeah,
an hour.
They stayed there. They were, yeah.
I want no part of that at this stage of the game. I want no part. That does not sound like fun.
They
to me.
were in it.
But yeah, posing is tough, and then to know that Robbie Robinson watching it, going,
Yeah.
"That's a beast."
Right?
So
He
that's,
was learning, you know?
it's his coach, right? His coach is a good one.
How much water should I drink? I'm 13 years old, 5'7", 125 pounds.
You're 13, and you're 5'7", 125. That's good for you, man, being here today, my friend. A gallon of water is sufficient for you. Talk to your parents, let them know that you're drinking a gallon of water, and then just kind of watch how that reacts with your body. Are you more hyped up? Are you getting leaner as you're growing? You are in a growth spurt right now. That 13 to 16 is an amazing age. You're going to grow upward and outward. So continue to drink, continue to eat. Great question. 13 years old, man. Props to you, kiddo. See, I'd love to know the guy that said creatine to glutamine. How old he was when this 13-year-old kid asked that, and then the
That's why I
guy's
picked that question.
he poked you. You go, this guy's a.
My mother has heart failure, and the doctor says not to work out. I don't think that's right. What do you advise someone dealing with heart failure?
I don't advise anything. That is up to your doctor and your family to decide what needs to be done. I am sorry, my friend.
How often should I do vacuums when training?
Before we go,
Yeah.
jump back to that one again. The one thing I would say is everybody here doesn't think they can learn from that question there. But I could do a full circle with this question and take it back to the person that says we're all going to die one day, so why work out? And so then I would say, look at this. Work your ass out now and make sure that you're healthy as best you freaking possibly can. So when you get to that 50, 60, 70-year-old, you're still flying and enjoying life instead of just waiting to pass and move on. So life is short, my friends. This person that has the heart problem was once a young 20-year-old. So, yeah.
Do anyone still do decline for that chest development?
I think a lot of people do.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people do because what they do, I think they do it for the purpose of thinking that that's going to get their lower chest cut
Absolutely.
when it's the diet that's going to do it. You can develop, but you're a male, so you already have you have more of a lower chest than an upper chest. But yeah, people still do it. And we still do it.
Decline?
Yeah, we
Feels
hit that
great.
decline on the hammers. It's fun.
We'll do decline hammers. We'll do the decline dumbbell flies.
Do
here
a
and there.
decline where you can stretch the bar all the way up to your throat.
That's nice.
You want a stretch, dog. Ooh. Go with it, Jeffrey.
We hit that. We hit that bad boy. Steve Pack. Let's get some Korean barbecue this time. Where you at?
Yeah, Stevie, come on, man. I thought you were going to be down here.
When is this time? I
He
hear all
said
these
November.
talks. I know he said November, but he also said July. He said March. He said May.
Zerker squats are tough, nasty lift. But if I'm correct on you're going to feel it in the back and the arms. You're lifting the bar.
New to this channel, but I really enjoy this live stream. Didn't expect such great answers. What did you expect?
Thank you.
Nutrition plan has me on point, making significant gains at 53.
Freaking love that.
Is there any resource you recommend to learn proper form for new lifters?
Yeah, just make sure to watch anything on my apps that I move through in my YouTube channel. Watch the form, understand why I do it, and the speed I do it, and the connection. Good job. Smart.
We got a library of exercises on this app. More exercises than you even realize
We'll need to
exist.
do.
Yeah. So watch those videos, study them, listen to the audio, and that is your Bible. Boom.
All right, last one, guys.
Last one. Guys, give me a banger. And I'm not talking like how to build big biceps.
How do you build faster? There you go, Jeffrey.
I'm 400 pounds off season. Hell yeah.
Nice.
Big girls need love too. What oil or cooking fat do you tend to cook with? Yeah, Mike. What cooking oil do you use when you cook?
I don't. Is that like everybody still does that?
What? Like
Cooking oils
Cooking
and
oil?
stuff? What was the old white stuff that you'd pull out?
Lard?
Casca.
Oh, yeah. Crisco?
Crisco. You don't know about the late 80s. Sheesh.
Yeah, Crisco. Mike, do you agree with Tom Platz's idea? High reps with a heavy weight.
That's what we talk about.
Just animal fats?
Do your thing, kiddo. Do your
Right.
thing. You like that stuff. Go right ahead and do it.
Are the results coming in?
Hey, guys, do you know if the results are coming in?
Somebody said Trump just won Indiana and Kentucky.
All right, Jeffrey's doing a look.
Take a look, see. Usually they got a little map on here.
I would think there'd be like, yeah, something, right? I think the amino acids are great.
This is some fucking
Okay,
dog shit.
go.
It's just funny. When is this? Projected winner of Donald Trump wins Kentucky. Here's the funny part though. Candidate. Donald Trump won 71%. Kamala Harris wins 26%. RFK wins 0.7%. Why is he on there?
That's going to be the complaint after this. If it's
That's
hilarious. Anything,
that's,
first time somebody says, "I'm out," go for this guy, and they keep him on it.
all those votes just
Yeah.
wasted. Crazy. Well, I'm all up in there. 410. Yeah, we got that one. Carnivore diet, bodybuilding.
Oh, why'd you take that
Oh,
one off? Did I
oops, sorry,
pick a
didn't
bad one?
No, I didn't even see you hit one.
Boom.
I'm 42, work 3 full-time jobs, holding on weight in my midsection. I can't seem to cut it. 210, 5'9". I'd like to get down to 175. I do HIIT workouts, but can't shake the weight.
Yeah. Good luck, my friend. Just by what you've written here, 3 full-time jobs. So I don't know how you do that because that's a full day. That's full-time jobs, 8 hours. It's 24. Regardless if it's not every day, so on, you're still not sleeping much. So the retaining of water is just stress. 3 full-time jobs is going to be stress. And then you said your stomach. So there might be an issue with estrogen. So I would get some blood work done to see what's going on there. Especially you're not losing the weight and it's not changing. And you're a very, very active person. And so, yeah, you should be, the diet's clean and you're out all day long. You're not cheating on that meal. If anything, you're not eating much. And you should be, in shape and lean. So I would just check the blood work, see what's going on there. I'm going to say at 42, 43.
Mike, I've been starting my back days focusing on upper traps with about 5 different moves. I'm happy with the results, but curious if you think that this would be excessive. Big fan and appreciate you.
It doesn't matter what I say. You just said that you're getting good results. So it doesn't matter what anybody says. Good for you. You got good results. You're doing something. You got 5 different exercises all up for the upper. Keep that up. And then when it plateaus, change. But this is the kind of stuff that like you don't need a book. You don't need someone to go, hey, this is how you do hypertrophy. This is it. Your body's changing. Great job. Most people's body doesn't change. So you're finding something that works for you. Proud of you, man.
What is your method of determining your macro percentages?
We went over that. And also we got 2 YouTube videos up just talking about that nutrition. Go check out the YouTube. It'll really be helpful and break it down more than me giving you 20 seconds spit out of how to do it. Jeffrey's on this, man.
Oh, yeah, I've hit everything.
All right, guys.
Everything worth it. So
I hope you guys are doing well.
if I ain't picking your shit, it ain't worth it. Sorry. Does leg press hurt your knees as you get older?
Yes, sir. He was right.
You almost picked my shit.
Almost.
Almost, but do you take pre-workout and your thoughts on more natural alternatives like fruit for energy?
Fruit for energy?
The old natural pre-workout food.
Yeah. I don't do fruit for energy. I don't know. Sorry. I don't understand what you mean by that. I do a pre-workout. I do 100%. Yeah. I get some good caffeine in there and citrulline and some creatine and some glutamine, get jacked out of my head, go to train. But as for fruit would be after the workout to get that nice carbohydrates to get my insulin level moving and grooving. I don't know what you mean by energy with fruit, though. Are you saying that you're going to always do like a fruit for your carbohydrates for your workouts? Because your diet changes. So if that is what you're going to do, what are you going to do when you slice up? Or when you have to start really bulking up to put on some muscle? Yeah. I don't know. Sorry, my friend. I like my pre-workouts. And then my breakfast is a couple pieces of bread, the turkey bacon, whole eggs, a turkey sausage. What would you call it? A turkey patty?
A little patty.
Yeah.
Higher reps.
Higher reps for what? Choom. Leave that there.
Are you? Shit.
All right, guys. Well, everybody, be safe today. Have a good night. Good luck. See if there's any more donations. Jeffrey, you got all the donations? We got that.
We hit 'em.
We got that. All right.